Meet Pazuzu. In ancient Mesopotamia, his name was never spoken lightly. He wasn't a god. He wasn't a devil. He was something older, something in between. A force of wind, plague, and twisted protection. Pazuzu was the western wind, and the western wind brought death. It carried dust storms, burning fevers, choking air. But more than that, it carried demons, and Pazuzu was the only one strong enough to stop them. He is one of the oldest named demons in human history, feared in Babylon and Assyria as early as the 8th century BCE. His image wasn't worshipped. It was used like a shield to ward off something worse. His presence lingered in hospitals, over cribs, inside tombs. Priests feared him. Midwives called to him. Families placed his snarling face over doorways and beds. They didn't love him. They needed him. Because out there in the dark was Lamashtu. She wasn't just a demon. She was chaos in the shape of a woman, a predator that hunted infants and stalked pregnant women. She would slip into homes unseen, drink the blood of newborns, and poison a mother's milk with curses. She rode on lions and snakes. She had sharp claws, wolfish teeth, and a hunger that had no end. She didn't serve any god. She didn't ask permission. She acted on her own will, and her will was to destroy. The only thing that could stop her was another monster. That's why they summoned Pazuzu. Not to heal, not to comfort, but to protect with fear. His form? A nightmare of many creatures, a twisted human body, the head of a lion or a dog, always snarling, always open-jawed. He had eagle wings, claws like a predator, a scorpion's tail, and sometimes the body of a serpent. His eyes were bulging, his arms raised in a warning, his posture crouched, ready to strike or defend. He was sculpted to scare off the very shadows. Ancient amulets bore his face in raw, fired clay. Mothers hung them on cribs. Travelers carried them through deserts. Priests buried them beneath sickbeds. Not because he was good, but because he was worse than what was coming. In Mesopotamian belief, nothing was fully evil or good. Pazuzu was a divine contradiction, a cursed protector, and his rituals were not for the faint of heart. He was summoned at night, only when the wind had gone completely still. No breeze, no whisper, nothing. Because that silence meant danger. It meant Lamashtu was near. A copper medallion was placed at the center of the room. Each person laid a hand on it and whispered, "Pazuzu, son of Hanbi, come forth and devour the plague." They didn't offer gifts. They offered fear. Because if the ritual worked, he would come. And when Pazuzu arrived, the wind wouldn't blow. The room would hold its breath, and everyone would know. They had borrowed power from a storm, but his protection came at a cost. He did not ask for blood, but he took something deeper. He left behind dreams of suffocation, visions of dust choking your lungs, and the echo of a scream that never ends. People who called upon him would often go mad, not because of what they saw, but because they could feel. He never truly left. Even after the plague was gone, the dread remained. Centuries later, his name returned, in a film that terrified the world. The Exorcist, 1973. A girl possessed by something ancient, a statue in the desert, a face in the dark. That was Pazuzu, twisting modern fear around the oldest nightmare. Since then, he's been called a devil, a villain, a curse. But the truth is older and deeper. Pazuzu is not simply evil. He is evil with purpose, the kind of terror you summon when you've already run out of hope. In ancient Babylon, people didn't beg the gods to save them. They called for Pazuzu when they wanted fear to fight fear. He is the breathless pause before the storm, the silence before the fever hits, the presence in the room when the wind dies. He does not bring death. He reminds you it's already on its way. He is not redemption. He is survival, on the edge of madness. Pazuzu is the whisper that rattles your window at night. He is the face behind the dust in your dream. He is the thing that stares when everything else runs away. And if you call him, then you are already standing in the desert, even if you still believe it's only night.